What is up, guys? It's the Pie Guy and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be checking out two-step inequalities, so let's get started. Alright, so first let's find out some information about two-step inequalities. Two-step inequalities will combine two different operations, and this can include addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. And in order to undo these operations, or also, in other words, to solve them, we always start with the operation that is furthest away from our variable. So let's take a look at this. Okay, so in this inequality, we have multiplication over here with the 3 and the x, and we also have addition. So we need to imagine that the 3x plus 5 are all sitting on a bench together, and this 3 and the x are sitting on one side of the bench, but this 5 is already sitting all the way on the other side of the bench. So we need to start with what's furthest away from the variable. Well, if the 3 and the x are sitting right next to each other on this end of the bench, we should start with the 5 on the other side of the bench. So since we have addition, I'm going to use subtraction to get rid of it. Alright, so I have a positive 5, I should subtract a 5 from both sides because the golden rule of algebra, whatever we do to one side, we have to do to the other. Alright, so 5 minus 5, that's going to give us 0. 26 minus 5 is going to leave us with 21. Okay, I'm going to bring down what's left. So that would be the 3 and the x. Okay, so now we have 3 times x is greater than or equal to positive 21. I need to use division because we were doing multiplication here, and I'm going to divide the 3 away so that I undo the multiplication. I'm going to make sure I do that to both sides. So 3 divided by 3 is 1, and then 1 times x is just x, so we're going to have x is greater than or equal to 21 divided by 3, which is 7. Okay, so we're left with x is greater than or equal to 7. To check this, what I'm going to do is I just have to put in a number that is either 7 or is greater than 7. That's what this sign here says. So I'm going to go ahead and even put in 8 for x and see what I come up with. Okay, so I'm going to put in 3 times 8 plus 5 is greater than or equal to 26. And whatever comes out of here, as long as it's greater than or equal to 26, we know that the statement is true. So let's go ahead and use our order of operations here. We'll start with our multiplication because that comes before addition. So 3 times 8 is 24, bringing down the 5, greater than or equal to 26. Okay, now let's do the addition. 24 plus 5 equals 29. 29 is greater than 26, so we know that this is true. As long as we put in an x that is greater than or equal to 7, you will get a true statement out of here. Okay, so let's take a look at the next one. Okay, so for this equation, or for this inequality, we have division over here and subtraction here. And we need to do the thing that is furthest away from the variable. So we're going to do subtraction since it's further away from the variable. We're going to do, since it's subtraction, we're going to go ahead and add a 7 to each side. Alright, negative 7 plus 7, that's going to give us 0. Negative 2 plus 7, that's going to give us positive 5. Okay, so now all I have is division. To get rid of division, we need to multiply. To get rid of the 2 on the bottom, I'm going to multiply by a 2 on the top. Those 2's cancel each other out, leaving me with x is less than or equal to, make sure I do things to both sides, 5 times 2 is 10. Okay, so what I need to do to check this, I just have to plug in any number that is less than or equal to positive 10. I'm going to go ahead and choose 5. So I'll have 5 divided by 2 minus 7 is less than or equal to negative 2. Okay, so go ahead. 5 divided by 2 is 2.5. Bring everything else down. 2.5 minus 7 is negative 4.5. There's a decimal there. Okay, so we have two numbers. We're going to compare them now. Is negative 4.5 less than negative 2? Well, we have a bigger negative number over here, and this side should be less than. So negative 4.5 is less than or equal to negative 2. So that's a true statement. Okay, so for our last example here, we have negative 6x minus 12 is greater than or equal to positive 60. Okay, so I'm going to start with the negative 12 here. I'm going to get rid of it by doing addition. So I'm going to add 12 to both sides. Negative 12 plus 12 is 0. And then 60 plus 12 equals 72. Okay, so I'm left with negative 6x is greater than or equal to 72. Now, a quick rule in solving these. Whenever you divide by a negative, like I'm about to here, you have to switch the direction of the inequality. So we'll see what that means pretty soon. I'm going to divide by negative 6 on both sides. I'm going to get x, then I'm going to switch the direction of the sign, and then I'm going to have negative 12. Okay, so whenever you divide by a negative, you also have to switch the direction of the inequality sign. I'm going to go ahead and check this by plugging in any negative number that is less than or equal to negative 12. I'm going to go ahead and plug in negative 12 this time. So I get negative 6 times negative 12 minus 12 is greater than or equal to positive 60. So negative 6 times negative 12, that's going to give me positive 72. Then I'm going to have negative 12 here, greater than or equal to 60. Okay, now all that's left is doing some subtraction. 72 minus 12 equals 60. And I'm left with 60 is greater than or equal to 60. And since 60 is 60, we know that we did this right. It is a true statement. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked this video or thought it was helpful, please give it a like and comment down below what you guys would like to see in my next video. If you thought a part was confusing, please feel free to screenshot it and send it to me via Twitter, Instagram, or email, all of which are linked down in the description, and I'll definitely help you guys out with it. Once again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.